Good morning. It is 6:22 on Friday, August 21st, and this is a review, basically a daily diary of what is in store today for the 148 renovation with Artique Construction. Garrett Smith is the general contractor, along with Joe Masano, who is the foreman or whatever. I'm not sure what he is, project manager. He fills in for Garry because Garry can't be on site, along with Eddie the carpenter. And then there's also Ignacio Nacho the painter. So yesterday, again, Joe came to do a few things. And I want to say that last week he told me he had his own small punch list, which was to figure this out. So this is done, this is complete. I'm assuming, I don't know. But then again, you know what it is. Joe is a very, how do you say, very big, is a handyman. In the sense that I'm not sure. I just noticed that he can do a few things, but he needed a lot of instruction for this. And frankly speaking, I'm not sure if it was right for him to do this type of work. He's learning, which I'm always for learning, but in a marketplace where we have agreements and contracts, that was never in the contract to hire someone that is learning. The contract was the state to get the work done. So we have this done. He said that he changed out all the screws from white because some of the prior work done, whoever installed these outlets, didn't install all white screws. And there it is. I don't know if you walk through, but he missed one. So again, the simple things, simple rudimentary things are not working out well. It starts to make me concerned because if there's anything I know, if someone can't do the basics well, they probably can't do more complex things well either, or higher level things well. So he also said last week that he was going to do this, the directory. Saw him walk back and forth with this, and you know, to see this is not open. I'm gonna save my trip down to the panel and tell you nothing's been marked other than what I've marked with blue tape because we were already doing it. I guess another challenge is that he asked in prior day, he asked my son to help him, which is fine, but you know, ultimately I didn't pay to project manage to do all this stuff. I just started to help because it's taking them forever. It's taking them forever. This thing, the screws, was supposed to be done last week. He had all the material, but he couldn't because he was pulled away from the job because Garry asked him to go elsewhere. And so it's kind of I'm in a twilight zone here. I'm gonna show you the stone. Today the stone's gonna be installed. This is my sink. And again, what's really annoying is when these guys leave and stuff like that, they don't close the doors, right? They don't close gates. I'm like, just another thing. Here's the stone. It's been marked. It's gonna get installed today. I'm hoping it's going to get installed today. If they don't show up, that's going to be a problem, and I'm going to need to make a few phone calls because I can't. No one should be able to live like this. This is ridiculous. I don't know what the schedule is because Joe didn't tell me the schedule. He left without telling me much. And I know, I mean, he understands that I'm upset with him because he didn't keep his word. I mean, there's one thing that I know about folks. If they keep saying that they're integrity, honest, all these things like that, it makes you wonder because, you know, why do they have to keep reminding themselves? Why can't they just perform perform the behaviors, right? From a psychological point of view, if someone needs to constantly say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm mowing, you know, I'm this and like that, then it makes you watch and see. And I would say 9 times out of 10, they say that because it's something that they aspire to. It's not something that they can actually perform. So that is it for this morning. We will see. I will report back. Again, this is a ongoing journal diary of this because, you know, things aren't working out. And when things aren't working out, I have to document. I have to start to manage it. And this has been such a agonizing experience. I don't wish this upon anyone, especially if you have other things to worry about, other things to do. You just want to hire someone and you expect them to be professional about it, and you expect them to show up. You expect them to be able to time things and schedule things. The stone was confirmed by Garry that it was ready Tuesday. He didn't deliver on Tuesday. He didn't deliver on Wednesday because of the rain. It rained in the morning, but in the afternoon it was clear. And it just goes to show you, like, it's whatever they want to do. There's no, how do you say, there's no pride in trying to get the job done. There's no pride in trying to schedule things to get, you know, this is we're at the tail end here, to get the job done. It's more about whatever's convenient for them. And there are times I understand why you don't want to pick something up because maybe it's not a full order. Say windows, perhaps it's easier not to pick everything up until the full order is complete. But in this case, not only did he pick up stone, but I asked him, because I already paid for another panel here to go on this side. And he said, Garry himself said that they didn't have it. And I'm like, did you ask about it? Things like that. I don't know. So you could tell that, you know, in terms of him and his working relationships with his vendors and things like that, there's just a lot of little things that add up. You know, it's just kind of like, it's just like, you know, you want things to work out right. And it really takes an effort to do that. And the problem is that to me, I don't think he's taking the effort. He's relying too much on other folks, and he's not actually sitting down and just planning out my remodel here. So my project, right? I mean, he had the stone Tuesday. He could have had it installed Wednesday. He could have just had, you know, spent like, you know, a few hours to do the install, and, you know, he had to go to the other job, and then already get, you know, just already get things moving. This was supposed to be, a lot of this stuff was supposed to be done last week because and it just didn't get done. And I think part of it had to do with Garry had to pay his part of the stone, and he probably didn't pay soon enough, because of course, if you're a vendor, you're not going to cut stone or do anything until the full payment's in, and I paid him. So again, this is a theme. Just a note to myself, just go direct. Don't go with a general contractor. You know, you're relying on them, and if they're unable to perform, you know, you're stuck. You're really stuck. So that is what's for today. I'm going to point out all these things to him, you know, especially like this. I don't understand why. You know, I mean, I know people don't see that, but again, it's about the work. This is not for someone that's experienced. Why do they have to put so many holes here, right? And I don't even think this cabinet moved. It wasn't this cabinet. This cabinet had to move. Yeah. So I can understand why there'd be more holes here, but I don't understand why so many here. Oh, I remember why. It's because it was installed on this side, on the right. And oh, that reminds me of another thing. I told Garry that this was supposed to be on the left, right? You know, imagine you're cooking here, you you're using your right hand to cook on the stove and you want to grab something, you would grab it from your left, right? Apparently his installer didn't get the note, didn't get the run by, and again, this is where it takes a lot of time, because either if the installer, if his carpenter knows better, he would ask me. He was actually kind enough to ask me how to do these, how to open it up. I think it was with this corner cabinet, how to open it up, like open it from the right or the left. But this, he didn't ask me, and he went ahead and did his own thing and had to redo the work. So this is what it's like to work, and that's what makes it challenging, is because a lot of this stuff, I would say 80% of this stuff could have been prevented. It's all about communication. It's all about project management. And when you don't have those things, yeah, we have a general idea of installing a kitchen, but you run into things like this, and you run into, you know, unnecessarily, you know, putting things back and forth, and basically taking up time. So this is my, I will check back later today. I hope by the end of today I could show a stone installed along with backsplash right here, but who knows, right? Who really knows? Because I don't know. I think if you were in my shoes, you can understand where I'm coming from. It's incredibly frustrating when people tell you that they're going to show up and they don't show up, tell you what they're going to do, what to do, and it's constantly delayed. It's like you're meeting with an incredible procrastinator. That's what it seems like, although it's probably not. It's probably not like that, but it certainly feels like that. I mean, the painter, look at this. He could have done this already. There's no reason why it's not done. So it just makes things harder for you, for your job, and, you know, just for your life, because again, you want to work on other things, you can't, because this is right, you're living in this, and you know, there's not really much consideration about that. It's whatever the general contractor wants, whatever his schedule is, whatever he wants to do. And I'm just saying that's not right. I've already given a lot of leeway in terms of allowing him to tell me when things are done, but when he tells me that something is going to happen or occur and it doesn't, it gets pushed back another week, that's when you start to realize there's a major problem here. And this is not the first, nor it's not going to be the last. So there you have it, video log. Bye for now.